Yo, YouTube. Yeah, I know my face is close to the page. I need you to subscribe. I need you to rate. I need you to review. Okay, I'm being flanked. Okay, I'm being shadow banned, sub shadow banned, and coerced shadow banned on all platforms, including this one. Okay, I'm about to give you some hard hitting, high flying ranting and raving, but just rate, review, and subscribe to my channel now. Put your seatbelt on. It's happening. And what a week it was for slob Donald Trump. First, he was found guilty on sexually abusing, sexually assaulting E. Jean. The writer, the woman, shut up. The writer, the woman who accused him of a bunch of things, and it was in a civil court, and all you Trump freaks, they're like, oh, he wasn't found guilty, he was found this. Everybody is a law expert. She didn't find, Trump wasn't found guilty, he was found liable. So what? These are little details. Civil court, criminal court, we know the difference. He was found more likely than not to have done what the woman said. And it ain't got nothing to do with New York. No. You know how hard? I'm in the middle of a case right now. You know how hard it is to get in front of a judge and an actual jury? We're dealing with it right now. I am telling you firsthand, it is arduous. It's challenging. There's hoops. There's mountains to climb, literally. It's time, it's expensive, it's frustrating. E. Jean Carroll went the whole way. I don't care if it's criminal or liable. That jury found that pig Donald Trump, dick-stained Donald Trump, was more likely to have done what E. Jean Carroll said than not. So you could use the wording you want. Where I come from, that's called guilty, you fuck. That is called guilty, you fuck. So you could talk about Joe Biden and Hunter Biden and the corrupt Biden family. They weren't found guilty of jack in a court of law, civil and or criminal. You keep making excuses for this fucking guy. Keep making excuses for him. Your fandom grows. You love, you adore this motherfucker. The more things happen to him, which means you ultimately are lacking self-confidence and self-respect. You have Trump derangement syndrome, you sick fuck you. You got TDS and you're unaware of it. This guy was found guilty, liable in a court of law in New York. Oh, it's New York. Yeah, it's New York, motherfucker. It's the greatest city on earth. You know how hard it is to find a judge and a jury? To find an actual jury? If it's New York, if it's Texas, Missouri, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, to actually get in front of a judge and jury and to be found guilty, liable, it ain't easy. And anybody that thinks it's easy, thinks it has something to do with New York, has no idea what it's like to get somebody on defamation. Stain Donald Trump, pig Donald Trump is now also defaming Donald Trump. And allegedly, E. Jean Carroll, she's coming back for the third time. That hat trick. She says she's going to sue him again. It's on the table, allegedly, to sue him again. Because the next day, defaming Donald Trump went on CNN. and talked more. So they might run it back. They might run it back, you fuck. And I guarantee you, E. Jean Carroll's lawyers are like, let's go. I guarantee you. They're working on a percentage. You know how fun it is for them to take this motherfucker and rub his nose in his big mouth in his own. That's what happened this week. They rubbed his nose in his own pile of shit. And then he went on CNN in front of a bunch of dingbats up there. They're like, oh, he owned CNN. He had the town hall, he owned them. Saying Donald Trump Jr., he owned them. Tommy Loren and Don Bongino, he owned them. Don Bongino, by the way, you're endorsing Donald Trump like your endorsement means anything. I love when people think that their endorsement, like I'm endorsing this one, I'm endorsing Joe Biden, I'm endorsing Bernie Sanders, I'm endorsing who cares about your endorsement? Don Bongino, I'm endorsing Donald Trump as the next president of the United. Well, you just got kicked off of Fox, Duke. Nobody gives a fuck about your endorsement. I'm drinking my Starbucks. And this is where I pivot, because defaming Donald Trump went on CNN, and AOC and everybody on Twitter went off on CNN for having the Republican nominee as president on their network. Ban CNN, no more CNN. It's supposed to be a news network. Whether you like it or not, Dick Stain Donald Trump, Pig Dick Donald Trump, is running for president of the United States. Whether he's found liable in a civil court this week, whether there's more cases, and I think there are, the forefathers wrote up a constitution of laws, checks, balances, this, that, and the third, and they didn't imagine having to deal with a pig, a piece of shit, like Dick Stain Donald Trump. So he's running it back until further notice. And CNN is supposed to have the Republican candidate on their network, AOC, and the rest of you that are freaking out on it. Where are we at in 2023 where Democrats, libs, are done with CNN because CNN had Pig Dick Donald Trump on for his town hall, and at the same time, Republicans are done with Fox News because they fired Tucker Carlson? What the fuck is the world coming to? The left is done with CNN because they had Pig Dick Donald Trump on there, and the right is done with Fox News because they fired Tucker Carlson. What the fuck is going on in the world? It's just so good. It's just so good. And I'm gonna tell you something. Don't get it twisted. Me, Michael Rapaport, I don't consider myself anything. I ain't a left. I ain't a right. I ain't a Republican. I ain't a Democrat. I'm in the party of tell me the fucking truth. I want some real answers, motherfucker. That's my party. Tell me the fucking truth. I want some real answers. Cut the finger pointing and figure this shit out. That's my party. That's the party I'm in. I want to start that party. Fuck the left, the right, the independent. I want to start that party. Who's down for that? Raise a hand. And then you got George Santos, the it girl of the Republican Party. George, the sick, lying animal Santos. My man, nobody's rocking with you, but you'd be shocked how many Republicans will still. Everybody knows this guy's a lying piece of shit. He's a lying piece of shit, and you got busted real quick. And I'm sure there's more. You lied about being a drag queen? No disrespect to the drag queens. Do you, girl? Slay. You lied about your parents dying in the Holocaust? You lied about some charity that you formed saving donks? You fuck? You fuck you? You lied about so many things. And at the end of it, you got the nerve, the audacity to say it's a witch hunt. No, it's a bitch hunt. And they caught the bitch. And you're the bitch, motherfucker. Oh, yeah. You the bitch. They caught you, George Santos. I don't know what to say. I mean, there's so much. Pig dick Donald Trump, you don't want to concede the election? 60 cases. 60 cases, 60 times approximately, you and your rickety bum-ass lawyers have tried to bring up about voter fraud, and each and every one of them has gotten tossed the fuck out across the country, this great nation of ours. All over the country, tossed out. Fox News got sued for $787 million. You're still talking about voter fraud? There was no voter fraud. There was no rigged election. You lost, you fuck. You fucking lost. You lost. You think not admitting when you're wrong makes you strong? I don't admit when I'm wrong. You can't admit that. Because if you admit that, it makes you look weak. What did Fred Trump do to you? What did your father do to you? Did he abuse you? Is there something you need to share with us? Who told you you think that makes you strong? You fat fuck. I looked at pictures of Fred Trump. He didn't look strong. Your father looks like shit. He looks like black tar, devil, soulless shit. Did he beat you? Is there something you need to share with us? Talk to me, pig dick. Did your parents not love you? Did they make you feel like you were dumb? Did they make you feel like you were weak? So now you think you can't pivot off of all your bullshit? You're going to lose again, pig dick. Because you're just that much of an unlikable slob. And everybody's like, well, he got a standing ovation. Look who he was talking in front of. Did you see the crowd that showed up in New Hampshire? No disrespect to New Hampshire and the great people of New Hampshire. But did you see? One of them looked like he was, I don't know, like he got his face ripped off by a monkey. I mean, this isn't a crew of, number one, diversity. It was all white men and white women. Where were the quote-unquote blacks for Trump in New Hampshire? Well, he got a standing ovation. The crowd laughed. And of course he had to. Do you hate women? Do you hate women? That reporter, I can't remember her name, from CNN, I watched the whole thing. She was nice. She was patient. She was fair. She wasn't snide. She wasn't rude. She wasn't condescending. And of course, you had to throw out, "You're a nasty, nasty woman." No, you're a bitch ass fat fuck, Trump. You are a bitch ass fat ass diaper wearing motherfucker. You wear man diapers because you shit your pants, homie. Inevitably, if any woman doesn't bow down to you and let you physically or mentally grab them by the pussy, you call them a nasty woman. What did your parents do to you? What did they do to you? God damn it. Done. Done. Have no fear. The I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast is out of here. Miles Jordan, a.k.a. the Bleach Brothers. Take me out of here with something real nice. Take me out of here with something real loud. But most importantly, end this puppy with something real funky. I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. Let's go. Boom. Brand new banging I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast is here. Higgity, have no fear. Oh, and it's a good one. Number one, we're remembering the official news dog of the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, Wheezy. Number two, Bobby De Niro, 79 years old, announced that he had a child. People are asking me, is he a stick man or not? I answer those questions. Kevin Durant has been eliminated from the playoffs. And the week in Dick Stain, Donald Trump. All that morning, fantastic. Trust me. Hard-hitting I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast coming up right now. Miles Jordan, a.k.a. the Bleach Brothers, Iggity, a.k.a. the Dust Brothers. Start this puppy up with something real nice. Start this puppy up with something real loud. Yes. But most importantly, start this puppy off with something real funky. I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. Let's go.